Welcome back to my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. Today we're going to look at the peace of a simplified life. The focus is to declutter the soul and the schedule to find daily calm. Living a peaceful life doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. We often think that to achieve more or to be happier, we need to add more to our plates. We add more hobbies, more commitments, more digital connections, and more possessions. But true peace is found in the subtraction. It's found in the quiet corners of a day that haven't been filled with noise. When we talk about simplifying your routine, we are really talking about protecting your energy and protecting your peace. Your energy is a finite resource, and every unnecessary must do on your list is a leak in that reservoir. We tend to think that a busy life is a more fulfilled life, but actually what we're doing is we're just filling every bit of space and every bit of time we have with something to do. Now, having something to do is not a bad thing, having plans is not a bad thing, but when you plan every second, every minute, every hour of every day, it leaves little room for spontaneity, it leaves little room for quiet moments, and it leaves little room to recharge. Think about your morning. For many of us, the second we wake up, we invite the entire world into our bedroom through our phones. We check the news, we check emails, we check social media. Before we have even put our feet on the floor, our minds are cluttered with the opinions, problems, and lives of thousands of strangers. It is so easy to do this and think that it's something that's normal and that you have to do. And there is no reason that you have to do that. You can choose how you spend your time and you can choose how you use your time. And it's quite important to do that and value the time that you have, and especially the quiet moments. A simplified routine starts with a sacred hour. This is time where the world is not allowed to reach you. It's time for the sound of the kettle, the feeling of the air, and the simple act of being present. By delaying the intake of information, you allow your own inner voice to be the first thing that you hear. This sets a tone of sovereignty over your day. You're the one in charge of your peace, not your notifications and your phone. My mornings can be quite chaotic, but I tend not to go on my phone straight away because I have to get 2 kids up and I have to get breakfast ready and I have to get everybody out the door to go to breakfast club, and then I have to come back to start work. So I tend to avoid my phone in the morning. The only thing I do is answer a call from my husband because he always checks in the morning to see how we're doing. And I make sure the boys are fed, I make sure they're ready, I make sure we get to breakfast club on time. And then when I come home, before I start work, I make my tea, I make my breakfast, and I make a big bottle of diluting juice for the day to make sure I'm getting lots of water and hydration. So that's when I have time to have a little bit of peace before I start work. So we all have different routines. So even though I'm saying to you it has to be an hour, it doesn't always have to be, but it's about being intentional that you have some time in the morning where you're not focused on your phone and you're not jumping straight into that. So it's about being mindful of what works for you and your family. The first thing I do in the morning is I get up, I have my shower, I get ready and I get the boys ready. And that's something that happens in a lot of households, especially with children and work and lots of things to juggle. But when I come back from breakfast club, I make sure I have time for myself before I start work so that I'm easing myself into the day. Simplifying your physical environment is the next layer of the journey. We often don't realise how much visual weight we carry. Every object in your house and your home that doesn't serve a purpose or bring a sense of calm is a tiny demand on your attention. When we walk into a room filled with clutter, your brain unconsciously starts processing to-do lists. I should fix that. I should move that. I haven't used that in years. That needs picked up. That needs to be put into the kitchen to wash it. That needs to be put in the washing machine. By clearing your physical space, you're quite literally clearing your mental space. It's about creating breathing room for your eyes. A simple vase on a wooden table, a clear desk, a bed with clean linens. These are not just aesthetic choices, they are signals to your nervous system that it is safe to relax, that there is nothing to manage here, there is nothing to solve. This one I find quite difficult because I have 2 kids, I have a lot going on, there's school uniforms, there's clothes, there's toys, and I do find the decluttering quite difficult. So what I do is I try and do a little bit at a time and just try and declutter as I go, and that can be really helpful. But I'm definitely still on the journey of that, and it's not something that I find easy. So if you do find it easy or you do have decluttering tips, then please throw them in the comments because that would really help me. But it's about finding your own way and what works for you and your family. As we move into the middle of the day, simplification becomes about the power of the essential few. Most of us have a list of 10 things we want to achieve today. But if we're honest, only 2 or 3 of those things truly matter. The rest is just busy work that makes us feel productive while actually causing us stress. If you want to bring peace into your life, you have to become a gatekeeper for your schedule. You have to be willing to say no to good things so that you have room for the great things. A peaceful routine is one that has white space in it, gaps between meetings, time to sit and eat without a screen, and moments to simply breathe. When we rush from one thing to the next, we are living in a state of constant low-level fight or flight. Simplification is the antidote to that. It is a choice to move at a human pace rather than a digital one. Having space in our schedule and having time that is not filled is really important because it gives you time to breathe, it gives you time to rest, and it gives you time to recharge as the day goes on. Finally, we have to simplify our internal expectations. We are often our own harshest taskmasters. We expect ourselves to be perfect parents, perfect employees, and perfect friends, all while maintaining a perfect home and a perfect body. This pressure is the ultimate thief of peace. A simplified mindset is one that embraces enoughness. It's the realisation that you don't have to do it all to be worthy of rest. Filling all your time and doing everything for everybody and doing everything that you possibly can is not sustainable. You can do that for a while, but it tends to lead to burnout. So what you need to look at is taking your time and making sure that you have a mindset around things being enough as they are. It's the realisation that you don't have to do it all to be worthy of rest. You can do less and do it with more love, more presence, and more joy. At the end of the day, look back not at what you checked off, but at how you felt. Did you feel rushed? Or did you feel present? Peace is found when our outer actions align with our inner needs for quiet. It's a slow process of peeling back the layers of more until we find the beautiful, simple centre. Feeling present in our lives is so important. We tend to miss a lot if we are doing so much because we're spread thin. If we can simplify our life more, takes a lot of the clutter out of it, and just be very mindful in our practices and the way we do things, it can bring a lot of peace into your life and you can experience your life in a more present and different way. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you would like to see more of these videos about bringing peace into your life and helping you be more mindful, then please follow for more information and support. If you have any tips about how you live your life and how you've simplified things, please put them in the comments. I would be happy to hear any tips that you have and try them out, and hopefully the rest of my followers will too. So it's been lovely making a new video for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.